It was my responsibility to get the keynote speaker for a group of about 120 people. Okay, business owners all over northern Utah. And the name that they gave me, I was really excited about calling and setting it up because I got to spend 2 days with this guy. I mean, in the middle of being in a resort and things like that, he was going to come and share some of his wisdom and life experiences. The keynote speaker had a great story. And the keynote speaker, they even made a movie out of his life, or out of his experiences at Notre Dame. I got to spend 2 days with Rudy Rudiger, okay? And it was it was really enlightening, okay? Homegrown in Indiana. Where's our Indiana boy? Right there, yeah. Kevin's our Indiana boy. But the thing is homegrown Rudy Rudiger came and spent a couple days up in Park City, or up in Midway, and talked to a bunch of business leaders. Well, after we got through all the business stuff, I mean, we kind of sat down, and he had just got done speaking, and we got him up and all settled in his room and everything. And basically, we sat down, and we started talking. As a line formed, like 50 people long, to get autographs from this guy. So I'm sitting at a table with him as he's just kind of, signing, hey, who's it to, and everything. And so he goes through all these signatures and everything. And it was really interesting because, I mean, I don't know a lot about him. I mean, he doesn't know me from Adam. And as we started to go through, he goes, so, Shandell, he called me Mr. Smoot. He goes, so, Mr. Smoot, what do you do for a living? So I told him a little bit about real estate, land development, construction, stuff like that. And after about a couple minutes of going back and forth and things like that, he asked me a few questions. But then he stopped. He dropped his pen. He looked at me straight in the eye. And, I mean, everybody was just kind of still waiting in line. He looked at me and goes, well, Shandell, that's good. I mean, I'm glad. That's nice. He was basically saying, that's all fine and dandy. But then he said, Shandell, what do you do to make a difference? And I was just like, wow. And he could tell that he wanted to explain a little bit more. He goes, Shandell, this world is so full, especially people. He's spoken to people all over the world. But he came back and he said, Shandell, all these people, especially in the United States, are so filled with who they are in their business, who they can reach to be in business. No matter who they step on, no matter who they stab in the back, no matter who they cheat, all they want is titles and money. And he looked at me and he goes, Shandell, that's all fine and dandy what you do for a living. But he goes, what do you do to make a difference? And the conversation basically kept going. And I talked about where my faith is, what I believe in. I talked about what's most important to me and my family. I talked about scouting, because I love scouting. I love Eagle Scouts.